So, now we have thought about today and compare it to history. We have experienced things with our own body, and now it is time to think behind the action. And the question is that can the brain be reorganized in spite of lesion to give true recovery? That is the solution, and one of the keys is proprioception. Today and tomorrow we are giving you some keys, but more about those keys you can learn more by continue this Vasa concept journey. And this question is so good that I hope that you are reading this many times. Can the brain be reorganized in spite of lesion to give true recovery? So where is the problem? Is the muscle the problem? And what we should fix and how? And I also want to ask that what we should repeat. Is the problem in skills or action or somewhere else? Like I was asking, is the problem in the muscle? Or is the muscle the problem? Now I'm asking, is the problem in skills or action or somewhere else? At least in Finland, we are using these categorization boxes. And in the school, we were mainly taught about skill and action exercises. Like in the most known exercise methods are based on skill or action training, like constraint-induced movement therapy and gym training, and all the walking trainings. And Vasa concept is the only one where you are thinking how you are able to get skills and action and gait back without any skill, action or gait training. Vasa concept is really fixing the roots. This is something that I have taught many times, that when I am doing action and skill training, can the abilities even get better? Can it even go from up to down? And why we are focusing on action and skills if the problem is much more deeper? And it is even more deeper than these abilities. Vasa concept is really focusing on the roots behind everything. And you will learn everything when you continue this Vasa concept journey with us. And there is happening so much things inside of the patient's body before we can see the movement. The whole paralytic side of the body is waking up. So, before we are able to see the movement, proprioception needs to wake up and spinal plasticity needs to be exploited. Fluid and blood circulation, cell metabolism wakes up. Have you thought about these things? At least when I have been teaching therapists, and usually they are saying that I haven't thought about this. I'm only focusing on the movement. And I understand totally, because we are trained to do that. We have been trained for focusing on the action and skills. Our focus is not on abilities or on the roots. Why? When we are able to get the body waking up, the touch sensation report as a byproduct of Vasa concept. We don't need to even practice the touch sensations. And the movement report as byproduct of Vasa concept. We don't need to exercise the movement either. We are just fixing the roots. And another key is a spinospinal plasticity, which is going to make it or break it. And that is also something that you will learn much more on theory courses. This is what you can accomplish when you forgot the skills and action and you focused only on abilities and infinite possibilities of body, brain, and gravity. And now I hope that everyone will forget the skill and action training for a moment, and then what you can accomplish when you focus only at the root cause, the body, brain, and gravity. Many people have asked there that tell more about Vasa concept. I think these are the main points. But of course, inside of the every word, there's the 1,000 pages of theory. But when you remember, you are using the patient's body and brain against the gravity. We don't need any high-tech tools. We have everything what we need. And this girl has done task and action therapy for 3 years. And after it, the upper limb was spastic, painful, and with no movements. So she had a chronic stroke. And then we started. We exercise only with body COM and gravity with Vasa concept for 3 years. So same amount of time. And now she has movements in the whole upper arm. Let's see. And there's also text in this video. So when Kaisa started, there was no movement in the right arm. Even she had 3 years of intensive therapy. And with Vasa concept, in 3 years of Vasa concept, results are totally different. In the beginning, she couldn't lean on the right arm. You can see how there's people assisting her, and there was so much spasticity. And with Vasa concept, she can do things on her own. And so much less spasticity. And here you can count how many people are assisting in this star exercise. And with Vasa concept, she can do it by herself. So now there's the movement all over the right upper limb. On the upper arm and forearm. She can control the wrist. Think that she learned this after 1 year. And how much less there is spasticity now. And think how hard it is to get that kind of like movement on the wrist if you are doing something else than Vasa concept. In 2019, fingers started to do extension against the ground. So now we can say bye-bye to spasticity. And Kaisa is professional and international opera singer. And you are the most welcome to follow her on social media. She's amazing singer. And she has videos on social media, so get to know those. So, when you exploit the brain and body coupled with gravity, skills and action will emerge automatically. So, you only need to do the Vasa concept and everything good will follow. And here's the one exercise what we have done. And you can think how the brain makes avalanche on paratic muscles. Do we leave any choice for paratic muscle not to contract? Do this exercise with your own body and you will experience how effective exercise this really is. And it is for the whole body once again. You are leaning from the on the paratic side of the body and everything will happen. Even the theory from Vasa concept is huge and you need to know many things. But you can do these exercises with your patients even you don't know the whole theory. Because exercises are simple. The exercises are so simple that you can do it at home. You can help the family to do those with patients. Then I would like to hear that have you had some new thoughts today? If you have some thoughts, you can also send those through our social media pages. It's easier for me to read those. And if you want to find more information, of course we are continuing tomorrow. But there's the YouTube channel, Rajul Vasa Foundation, and there's lots of material about theory. There is before and after videos. And on YouTube channel, Vasa Concept Global is under name Vasa Concept Finland, because we have also videos only on Finnish. But it is nice if you support our work by liking our pages. And on Facebook and Instagram, you can find Rajul Vasa Foundation and Vasa Concept Global RI. And you can download the ebook from brainstrokes.com. And I recommend for everyone to read this ebook. It is very good ebook and it will give lots of answers for your questions what you may have right now. And then there's also a very good page for Vasa Concept for cerebral palsy.com. And that is very good for all the therapists who are working with CP children. And also when you are working with stroke patients, you might get some new information also from there. And then there's our Vasa Concept Globals page, vasaconcept.fi.